If you really want to learn what kind of candidates Concentrix likes to hire and what approach and answers are they looking in a perfect candidate, then this is a must-watch video for you. Because today, I will give you the precise information they are looking for in your answers, plus a few big mistakes to avoid while answering these questions, and finally, I will share some stunning answers for each question for experienced candidates and for freshers. Let's quickly have a look at the questions we are going to cover in this video. Question number 1. Tell me something about yourself. Question number 2. Why did you leave your previous job? Question number 3. Why do you want to work with our organization? Question number 4. Why should we hire you? Question number 5. How much salary are you looking for? Guys, first thing first, please watch the video without skipping because all these questions are super important and requires a different approach. So I will start by sharing some key insights related to each question, followed by some excellent answers. So let's quickly take a look at some key insights for our first question of the day.
So please tell me something about yourself.
Guys, did you know a survey shows 93% of hiring managers prefer to start an interview by asking this question. And in this video, I will show you how you can completely change your average self-introduction into a stunning one by following only 3 simple steps. Guys, let me first show you a difference between an average self-introduction and a stunning self-introduction opening to make you understand what I'm talking about. Let's first take a look at an average self-introduction. Hi, my name is Ashu and I'm from New Delhi. I completed Bachelor's in Commerce and Master's in Business Administration and have 3 years of work experience. So guys, how did you find the opening of this self-introduction? I guess bahut average, isn't it? And trust me, the self-introduction of every second candidate is something like this. Now let's have a look at a better version of it. Hi, my name is Ashu Malhotra and I'm from New Delhi. When it comes to my qualifications, I proudly earned my bachelor's degree in commerce, and to further enrich my education, I concluded with a master's degree in business administration. Guys, did you notice the difference between an ordinary self-intro and a good one? So the question is, what exactly was the difference? I literally gave the same information in both the cases. You guessed it right. The language that I used in the second intro statement made it extraordinary. That's the magic of using transitional phrases and sentences, which has the real power to transform any average statement into a masterpiece. Let me first explain you what does transitional phrases or sentences means. So these phrases are typically used to smoothly and elegantly transitioning from one statement to another. These are usually short phrases or sentences one can use to shift between sentences. By the way, this is the first thing that I teach to all my students, the art of using transitional phrases and sentences. Because in job interviews, the difference between an average and exceptional is primarily the language that we use. Guys, just like any dish doesn't become extraordinary on its own and requires the right amount of flavors and spices to make it tasty, likewise, to spice up and make your self-introduction stunning, you must add the right transitional phrases at the right places to make it a real treat for the listener. And just to let you know, there are many types of transitional phrases and has 3 levels: basic, advanced, and expert. I've already created a complete list of these transitional phrases which you can easily copy and use them in your own self-introduction. Guys, let me now take you one step further and show you how to reveal work-related information after explaining your educational background and which transitional phrases to use when moving from educational background to work experience. Guys, मैं अपना self-introduction एक बार फिर से starting से start करता हूँ so that you get to see the complete template that I'm using here. Hi, my name is Ashu Malhotra and I'm from New Delhi. When it comes to my qualifications, I proudly earned my bachelor's degree in commerce, and to further enrich my education, I concluded with a master's degree in business administration. Taking a closer look at my work experience reveals that I have 3 years of rich experience in this field. I started my professional journey with XYZ organization as a customer care executive, where my key responsibilities were to provide assistance to international customers through phone interactions. Whether it was addressing inquiries, resolving issues, or providing product-related information, I ensured that each interaction left customers satisfied and confident in our brand. Guys, let me say it again. The difference between ordinary and exceptional is basically the way it is presented. And this is what transitional phrases and sentences do beautifully. So guys, now when we have set the stage, this is the time to hit the bullseye by making them listen to what they want to. Basically, they want to hire someone whose profile matches with the job criteria. So this takes us to our next point, alignment with the job requirements. Guys, it is absolutely necessary for you to read and understand the job description very carefully and pick up the keywords and phrases from JD itself, which you must include in your self-introduction very smartly. इसको कहते हैं उनको वो सुनाना जो वो सुनना चाहते हैं, and I'm a big fan of this approach. So say for example, if the JD says candidates should have good communication skills and problem-solving abilities, then your intro should sound something like this. I believe I'm a perfect fit for this role because my skills directly matched with what you're looking for. Starting from good communication skills to handling complex customer queries, my commitment to delivering high-quality service matches perfectly with the standards set by your organization. Guys, let's move on to another important section of self-introduction, and that is what sets you apart. Interviewers are always interested in knowing what makes you so special. So to address this concern, you must explain them what sets you apart from everyone else. And you can easily do this by highlighting your strengths as an employee. Guys, there is no need to include a long list of your strengths here. So highlighting only one or two strengths should be more than enough. You can say, sharing an additional glimpse of myself, what sets me apart is I'm a quick learner and great at picking up new concepts and skills. And I'm sure this ability will be incredibly helpful during my training, ensuring I can contribute effectively from day one. Finally, always end your self-introduction with enthusiasm. So your closing statement could be, I've heard a lot about your esteemed organization, and I personally believe that being part of such a reputable company can shape my career into a remarkable journey, and that's the reason I'm here for this interview. Guys, इस टाइम पे आपको अपनी स्क्रीन के ऊपर पूरा सेल्फ इंट्रोडक्शन का टेम्पलेट दिख रहा होगा. You can use this template as it is, or you can modify this as per your requirements. Guys, freshers can also use the same self-introduction template. I've already made the necessary changes and it is all good to go for you. You can either pause the video to read it or take a screenshot and read it later. Guys, if you're finding this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel Hiring Guru Official. And let me be honest with you, at the end of the day, what does a content creator want? Your love and support. So motivate me by subscribing and I will keep bringing you more informative videos like this one. Let's quickly move on to our next question.
Why did you leave your previous organization?
Companies believe that the reason of leaving your last job could also be the reason of leaving your next job. And by asking this question, they're actually looking for any red flags or negative reasons that might cause problems for them later. Let's begin by talking about 3 things you should never mention while explaining why you left your previous job. Number 1, please avoid criticizing or speaking negatively about your previous employer or the company. If you badmouth your previous company, the interviewer might think you will do the same when you will leave their company. Guys, एक important चीज का ध्यान रखना, reason of leaving type के questions situation को diplomatically handle करने के होते हैं, ना कि aggressively or emotionally. So please don't badmouth or say anything negative about your previous employer. Number 2, avoid talking about any conflicts, disagreements, or complaints you had with your colleagues, supervisor, or management at your previous organization. Instead of this, say that you enjoyed working as part of a team which helped you become a good team player. Number 3, too much work pressure or stress. Well, it's okay to mention heavy workload, but avoid making it sound like you could not handle stress or pressure, as it may raise concerns about your ability to handle challenges. And one bonus tip that I want to give you is, avoid stating that you left your previous job because you were underpaid or you were looking for a higher salary. While it's true that many people change jobs quite frequently for better salary, but mentioning this in an interview can raise serious stability issues, as it may give the impression to the interviewer that you are a money-minded person and could leave their organization as well for a slightly higher offer. Guys, this point takes us to the best part of this video, where I will be sharing 2 outstanding answers for 2 different situations. My favorite one is the last one, as that is the answer I used to give in my interviews. So we'll start with the situation number 1. Situation number 1. If your previous company has experienced some financial crisis, undergone process downsizing, layoffs, restructuring, or any kind of merger, which usually happens in multinational companies or BPOs, then you should strongly consider using this as a reason of leaving your previous job. In your answer, you can say, I left my previous organization because the process was ramping down. We recently went through major company restructuring with layoffs and a complete change in how things operate. Although I really enjoyed working there, learned a lot, and contributed to the best of my abilities, but the downsizing circumstances created a sense of job insecurity and uncertainty about my future responsibilities. It was then that I decided to resign and explore new job opportunities in the market. And I'm excited about the opportunity of joining your organization because it's a leader in this line of business in the market and has a strong reputation of offering career stability, an exciting work atmosphere, and growth opportunities to its employees. All these points perfectly matches with my career goals, and I believe it will provide an excellent platform for my personal and professional development. Let's move on to our next sample answer number 2, and this is my favorite one, where we'll keep our entire focus on learning and growth. Let's take a look. I left my previous organization because of limited learning opportunities and a lack of career growth. XYZ is a great organization to begin your career, but being relatively small with a limited client base and restricted service offerings, I reached a point in my career where I felt like I was not growing up professionally. I'm someone who always believes in learning and taking on new challenges to become better at what I do. That's why I started looking for positions that would give me more responsibilities and help me continue to grow in my career. I'm excited about joining the organization because of its reputation for nurturing talent, providing a challenging work environment, and offering career growth opportunities through regular IGP programs, which are an absolute must for me to move forward in my career, and that's the reason I'm here for an interview. Let's move on to our next important question.
So, why do you want to work with our organization?
Well, I want to work with your organization because this job profile perfectly matches my skills and career goals. After reviewing the job profile, I found that this position can offer me everything that is needed for my personal and professional development. Moreover, I see this position as an exciting and crucial next step in my career. Guys, this is an incorrect answer. The question says, why do you want to work with our organization? But this answer shows the candidate's interest in the job profile rather than the company itself. You might be surprised to know that a survey shows more than 68% of candidates answer this question incorrectly, as they only talk about how this job profile matches their skills and goals, but completely neglect to talk about the company. This is actually a big mistake and a major reason of rejection in an interview. Guys, in a nutshell, हमें अपने आंसर में smartly company और profile दोनों को target करना है. Now comes the best section of this video, where I will share a great sample answer for both experienced candidates and freshers. Guys, this answer is actually good, and I've taken more than half of the answer directly from the company's website. So once I'm done sharing the answer, I will show you how I created it. Let's take a look at the sample answer for experienced candidates. Well, I'm excited about joining Concentrix because of its remarkable journey from a startup to a global solutions leader whose primary focus is connecting businesses with customers. Its impressive track record in designing integrated solutions for Fortune Global 500 brands speaks about its leadership in the market. And when I looked at Concentrix website, I was amazed to find out that the company truly cares about its values, culture, and integrity. And this matched perfectly with what I believe in. I'm highly impressed by its human-centered and tech-powered approach, which shows its future-forward mindset. Moreover, I have 2.5 years of experience in customer service domain, and this rich experience has sharpened my skills and prepared me to handle customer concerns effectively and contribute positively to the team. So this job profile perfectly matches my skills, experience, and preferences. Last but not the least, I always wanted to work for a company where I can find learning, job stability, and growth opportunity. And Concentrix has everything that I've been looking for, and I'm very excited to be part of it. Guys, trust me, this answer is really good, and I'm sure it will help you clear your interview on the first attempt. Let me now show you how I created this answer. So I went to the company's website, click on About Us section, and this is where I got the first few lines of my original answer. You can see it right here. Everything is in front of you, and as I said earlier, this is one of the best way to create a stunning answer. But guys, remember, we don't have to write a complete essay on the company. So just pick up key lines and phrases and use them smartly in your answer, which I did. And I highly recommend using this answer and method because it is not just any random or a vague answer. It is well researched, self-created, and a sensible answer which is good enough to impress the interviewer and hit the bullseye. And as I always say, you can change or modify the answer as per your wish or requirements, but try to keep it simple, unique, and exclusive. Now, freshers can also use the same answer, but with a few changes. I've already made the necessary changes in the original answer, which is now showing up on your screen. You can either pause the video to read it or take a screenshot and read it later. Guys, just before we move on to our next important question, I want to share something really important, and I request you to listen to it without skipping. So the questions that we are discussing right now are a few top questions asked in almost every job interview. And I'm confident that these insights and answers will surely help you clear your next interview. But guys, remember that each hiring manager is different. They may have a different mindset, different approach, and a different style of working, and may have their own favorite questions. This means the first hiring manager may not ask the same question as second or third manager may ask. So we must prepare for our interviews keeping this in mind. So I've identified a total of 16 to 18 important questions which one must prepare for before considering themselves to be ready for any top company's interview. So I've decided that after every few days, I will add more important questions to this existing list, along with some key insights and answers to ensure you are fully prepared for any important interview. And I will also make these videos available for candidates applying for other companies as well. Let's move on to our next important question.
So, why should we hire you?
This question usually comes about halfway through the interview stage, where you're done with your self-introduction, justified the reason of leaving your last job, and then comes the time when the interviewer literally gives you an open opportunity to sell yourself by highlighting your strengths and why you are the best fit for this role. Guys, this is a must to prepare and a crucial interview question because nearly 79% of hiring managers says they love to ask this question in an interview, but get a bit frustrated when they see candidates unprepared and repeating rehearsed answers they found online, which doesn't really show their true personality. Guys, trust me, अगर आपने ये opportunity cash कर ली and provided the interviewer with the information they want to hear in your answer, then consider your job is almost done. So we'll focus only on those key things that matters to them the most than anything else. So there are three primary things we'll be focusing on. Number one, they want to hear about your strengths. We'll get that sorted. Number two, they want to know why you are the best fit for this role. We'll get that sorted. Number three, the answer should reflect your own personality and we'll get that sorted as well. कहते हैं कि इंसान अपने बारे में सबसे ज़्यादा जानता है. We're going to use the same method to master this answer. Stand in front of a mirror and ask yourself, why should they hire me? This is the best way to understand yourself and create an extraordinary answer. And in order to do so, write down your top strengths, unique qualities and achievements at work and in your personal life. Just in case, if you find it difficult to list your strengths, let me share a few examples that you can include in your answer. You don't have to read out a list of your strengths to the hiring manager as it would sound crazy. Instead, select a few and most relevant ones from this list and include them in your answer. Now comes the best section of this video where I'll be sharing two stunning answers, one for freshers and one for experienced candidate. In these answers, you will see how I have highlighted my skills and strengths and matched my profile with the job description in my own style to make it sound stunning. Sample answer for experienced candidates. Well, I believe you should hire me because I have a unique combination of skills and experience that perfectly matches the job requirements. You're looking for someone who's good with communication and problem-solving skills with a customer-centric approach. And throughout my career, I've consistently exceeded my performance targets by efficiently resolving customers' concerns. And what's unique about me is I treat customers the way I want to be treated. So I listen to them carefully, empathize with their concerns, and provide solutions that exceed their expectations, making sure each customer feels heard and valued. Second, and most importantly, I've worked really hard to gain excellent communication skills, which allow me to effectively interact with customers and individuals at all levels within the organization. This strength of mine helps me build strong interpersonal relationships and makes working together easy. And lastly, what sets me apart is I'm simple but versatile and can adapt to different job profiles and handle challenges. I'm responsible and have always been a top performer. By hiring me today, you're not just getting a highly productive employee, but a person with a growth mindset who's eager to learn and grow with the organization. Guys, freshers can also use the same answer. It just needs a little modification, which I've already done. Freshers answer is time पे screen पे show हो रहा होगा. You can either pause the video to read it or take a screenshot and read it later. Let's move on to a final question of the day.
How much salary are you looking for?
Guys, a good salary package brings financial security and improves living standards. But sometimes when we lack negotiation skills, we have to settle for salary less than our actual worth. And let's be real, at the end of the day, we make all these efforts to ensure we earn what we truly deserve. And trust me, negotiating isn't as difficult as it sounds, and anyone can negotiate their salary like a pro by following these 3 simple steps. Number 1, avoid a few big mistakes that can completely destroy your chances of securing a good package. Number 2, learn how to research and find the right salary package for your profile. And number 3, follow some basic negotiation rules, combine them smartly in your answer, and you're all good to go. Guys, I've already created a dedicated video on mastering the art of salary negotiation, where I've discussed all these key points, starting from a few big mistakes to avoid while answering this question, what information is the hiring manager looking for, and how to research for salary packages for any profile, and so on. I would highly recommend you to watch that video and get the complete insights. Anyways, in this part of the video, let me share some sample answers along with some key insights. So a big rule for successful negotiation is to always listen to the other person's offer first before telling them about your own demands. However, this question from the interviewer forces you to state your expectation first, which gives them the upper hand in the negotiations. And all we have to do here is use certain lines in our answers that should turn the situation around and force the interviewer to reveal the salary range themselves, creating a win-win situation for you. Guys, now let's take a look at the sample answer which experienced candidates can give using this technique. Well, as an experienced professional, my primary goal is to contribute my wealth of knowledge and skills to the success of your esteemed organization. As far as salary is concerned, I don't have any specific figure in my mind, but I'm looking for a package that will enable me to thrive in my role and matches my skills, rich experience, and educational background. I've heard a lot about your organization, and I really appreciate your company's reputation for offering competitive salary packages that matches industry standards. So I would request you to share the joining date and the salary range for experienced candidates in this role. Guys, freshers can also use the same answer, but with a few changes. Freshers' answer must be showing on your screen at the moment. You can either pause the video to read it or take a screenshot and read it later. Guys, trust me, this answer is good enough to put the ball back to the recruiter's court and force them to tell you the package they will be offering you. But at times, it does happen that you may come across recruiters who would still not share this information and prefers to know your expectations first. So now, let me share a good second loop answer with you. From my past experiences, I've learned that continuous learning and impactful contributions are essential for growth, better compensations, and career advancement. I've done some research on current salary packages for same profiles, and I've learned that someone at my level with my background and experience can expect a salary range between 5.5 LPA to 7 LPA. At the same time, I understand that every organization has its own structure, and I appreciate your company's commitment to fair compensations. As I mentioned earlier, I'm open to discussing a salary that matches both my skills and your expectations. I'm very excited to have the chance to join such a reputable organization and look forward to your offer. Guys, believe me, this answer has everything needed to secure a good salary offer for yourself, as it clearly shows you've done your research and homework, plus it avoids giving a specific figure which removes any chances of immediate rejection. Guys, remember, you're not just negotiating a salary, you're investing in your future success. So make sure you get it right. Negotiation is an art, and knowing your value is the key. Guys, just the final words. It takes a lot of hard work to create roadmap or masterclass videos like this one. And all I need in return is your support to grow this channel. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to Hiring Guru Official to keep me motivated. I thank you for being such a lovely audience. You take care of yourself. Bye-bye now.